All right, guys, let's go ahead and cover this 2.1 release notes for Realm of Champions. And honestly, I'm not getting my hopes up. I already went through it a little bit, and some stuff is so dumb. Yeah, I have no idea what they're doing, man. But let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. So 2.1, one of the things that's coming is a new World Quest story event, the Panthers do, which is basically, I don't even know what this is. Like, they don't really explain it too much. It just says, for this world quest, you will be tasked with reclaiming Kimoyo beads to return to the Kingdom of Wakanda. You can find them in event dailies, Onslaught, World Quest, and more. Collect them daily to reach milestones and event objectives for rewards. So you get some stuff for collecting them. Okay. But again, Onslaught is back. So event dailies, World Quest. These are basically, I don't know, man. I think basically it's another PvE event. So that's what I'm getting out of this. And let's see. New beginner difficulty. Okay. Keep your eyes out for new weapons and a gear set for your Black Panther, plus vibranium themed pieces of gear for your Hulk, Storm, Iron Legionnaire, Web Warrior, for everybody basically. Okay. The Panthers event runs next Monday, beginning next month, Monday, March 22nd until April 20th. So a whole month of this. Let's see. New Deathmatch Arena, Pleasant Hill. This is literally just a new map for, it's going to be in, yeah, just Deathmatch. It's the Patriot Garrison one that hasn't been out. So a new map for Deathmatch, which everyone loves to play. Weapons update. To give weapons more individuality, we are adding new passives to weapons and their variants that provide a unique gameplay experience depending on what weapon your champions are wielding. These new passives provide a richer gameplay experience and give players more agency over what kind of playstyle best suits them. So weapons are getting a new added passive, but there's a catch. We'll get to that. New weapon variants that are rare, so blue, aka 3 stars or above, will generate exciting new passive abilities to boost your gameplay. Base weapons of rare rarities and above will also gain a new passive. Equip a weapon to activate the passive. This is not retroactive to previously acquired weapons, which means anyone that right now has a 3-star or a 4-star weapon, this new passive is not going to apply, which is complete bullshit, dude. So basically, you need to get a brand new, once this update goes live, in order to get the passive, you have to get, a new 3-star or a 4-star weapon, which is so stupid. Why can't they add this to like current weapons? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Not all weapon variants will be available immediately, so they're not even, bringing out everything right away. Stay tuned for more news on exciting events, upcoming events for your chance to collect these new weapons. Weapons that roll with the passive will lose 1 stat to accommodate the passive. Weapons that drop without a passive will have an extra stat. So there's a chance that you won't even get the passive, right? Weapons that roll with the passive will lose 1 stat to accommodate the passive. That makes sense. Weapons that drop without a passive will have an extra stat. Oh my god. Okay, so there's not even a chance that you can get the guaranteed passive. So somebody that drops like $100 on like one of the bundles to get like the weapon, like a 4-star weapon, it's not even guaranteed that you'll get that new passive. Wow. And again, there's no details on these new passives, so we don't even know what the heck they do. So, yay. Thanks for adding these in the notes, Kabam. Battle rating changes. Demotion buffer. There's no worse feeling than achieving a new tier and then losing it after a single loss. To combat the feeling, we're adding a buffer. Okay, so you don't fall out of a tier as quickly as before. After achieving warrior tier, you will not be demoted to recruit tier until they fall to 200. Okay, if you're promoted to defender, you will not be demoted until 650 battle rating instead of, okay, a bit of a buffer, but I mean, this is whatever. I'm glad that they're addressing this instead of addressing the amount of points that you lose when you fight teams that are like way ridiculously more geared than you. Or if you have bots on your team and you still end up losing like 10 battle rating points, I'm glad that's not addressed here. Again, this is all /s sarcasm because it's so stupid that they don't talk about like the things that people have been complaining about for like the longest time. Instead, it's like, oh, let's add this demotion buffer. Like, that's important. Champion updates. They have new synergies. 2 new synergies will be introduced with update 2.1. One will have you rampaging all over the map as Hulk, and the other will have you studying your opponent's weak points before pouncing on them as Black Panther. So the rampage set for Hulk. Let's see. Gain massive power bonuses as long as you keep smashing. With the new rampage synergy set for Hulk, you can generate rampage stacks every time you hit foes with your attacks or special abilities up to a maximum of 50 stacks. But be sure to keep your rampage going. If you don't keep smashing, you lose all of your rampage stacks after 4 seconds of inaction. So I guess just keep, smacking people away and you start doing more damage, which I guess kind of makes sense for Hulk, but curious to see how this will work. And then this one, Kimoyo analysis set for Black Panther. Finish your foes with precision by building Kimoyo stacks and unleashing devastating heavy attacks. With the new Kimoyo analysis synergy set for Black Panther, you can deal out incredible finishers by building up stacks with your special abilities. Consume your stacks to empower your heavy attacks with potent bleeds, increase critical chance, or to regenerate your heavy charge so you can ready a second strike. Honestly, I don't really like this one. I feel like the current ones that she has, where it's like, what is it? Shield on crit, heal when you use a special one, the kinetic energy thing, you heal off of that. The cooldown, the dash, shield, I think those are all way better than this. This literally just amplifies your heavy, and that's about it. And even then, like the heavy, if you're using the spear, it's like super easy to dodge. So I'm going to give this a thumbs down for this synergy and this a thumbs up for the Hulk one. Let's see, some champion tuning. So Hulk is getting a nerf, I think. Seeing larger reallocation of his base. Okay. So base attributes, they improved his base special power. So he's going to do a little bit more damage with his base, with his special power specials. And they reduce his basic attack power. So those smacks, those hammer smacks are going to be hurting a lot less. Atomic hammer. Let's see. Replacing attack ratios with power special allows Hulk to have access to more diversified builds, allowing him to have a choice between a basic attack focus or a bursty special ability focused Hulk. Okay, I mean, who's really going to do a special only Hulk, right? It's like you need something in between. It's not like one or the other. Improvements to special ratios will allow him, okay. So light attack, bomb swing, reduce the power ratio. Heavy attack demolish, they reduce the power ratio. Special ability 2, the hammer spin, they amplified it a little bit. Same thing with the special 3 gamma bomb, gamma smash. And then with the gauntlets, they reduced the heavy attack power ratio, and then they improved, so the punch is going to do a lot more damage, plus 66%, and that is it. No gamma bomb buff. Super soldier, vibranium shield, which still sucks, by the way. Shield block, reduced minimum block duration, added cooldown refund up to 70% based on block duration. Heavy attack, alternate kick. When his shield is thrown, he now gains a quicker heavy attack cooldown and a larger damage boost to compensate for his inability to block. I guess that's cool. I'm looking forward to see how these cooldown refunds work. And then assemble, increase movement speed, buff duration to 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see. The arc shield, damage from his arc bash is being reallocated to the beam. Really? From force shield. Okay. It's so heavy attack is gonna do more damage. Look at that. Look at that crazy amount of damage from that little whatever comes out of the heavy. Like the little tiny beam. It's gonna do like a little bit more damage. Oh man. And then they reduced the special power ratio. Well, they definitely nerfed arc shield, that's for sure. And then Black Panther, what do we got? Ambush strike, they adjusted the power ratio for the claws, gained a buff, so that's good. Vibranium spear also got a, why does it say reduced when it's, okay. Wait, so they changed it from attack power to special power, right? Is that what I'm interpreting this? I guess so, yeah. Hunting grounds, they reduced the power ratio, okay. And they improved, you gain 100% more armor, man. while the special 3 is active when you use the spear. That is a very tanky Black Panther, man. There's people out there that have like, the best synergies for Black Panther. And if they use the spear, it's literally going to almost make her unkillable. In a 1v1, she's already like extremely, extremely good. I don't know. We'll have to see how this works, but I think she's definitely with the spear going to be so much better. Let's see. These aren't, I'm not even going to go over these because to be honest, I don't know if anybody that uses like a lot of these, like the uncommon synergies, I for sure do not use them. The only one I do use is one from Realm Reaver, which is, I think it's not that one. It's the cooldown one. Yeah, this one. I use this one, so, and this one as well on my Spidey. So improved projectile against low health foes by 43%. I don't know what it's at right now. I'll have to double check. And then this one went up by 1%, which honestly isn't really that much. And let's see, bug fixes. Okay, we're going to take a quick look at this real quick. Fix an issue with health regen numbers displaying for all allies. This should also adjust slightly improve performance and stability in matches. That's true. Why do I need to see what my allies are regenning for? It's just, using up more, performance on my device. Several issues with Sorcerer Supreme's Special 3 not functioning correctly in certain situations. Fix an interaction between Super Soldier's heavy block and Sorcerer Supreme's heavy that would cause Super Soldier to display extra armor up buffs. Fix an issue that caused Storm's Hurricane ability Special 3 to miss. Fix an issue that allowed Iron Legionnaire's drones to be cast twice if interrupted in a very specific window of frames. That seems pretty OP. That never happened to me. Fix an issue that would sometimes cause the first couple of hits on a champion or Bodok to not display damage numbers. Fix an issue with Hulk's Hammer's Special 3 rarely not dealing damage in the correct direction. Fix an issue that caused poor audio quality. Fix an issue that would cause players to sometimes stick to the wall and not be, yep, this was a major one, man. This cost me like 1 or 2 matches, quite a few matches to be honest. It's so dumb. Fix an issue that would cause gear values to display differently. General, I don't know what this means. Gameplay bot AI improvements. Hey, I'm gonna be the judge of this, dude, or guys. I will be the judge of this, okay? As soon as this update goes live, I will jump into some solo matches and see if the bots have an actual brain now. Performance optimization for Android devices, gameplay networking. I don't know. Didn't really address matchmaking, which is a big issue for me at least. All that they addressed was gameplay bot AI improvements. I don't think that sounds too good as far as like matchmaking goes. Here's honestly my suggestion to fixing matchmaking for like solo players, Kabam, if you're listening. Have it to where you can set up like a lobby before you even start searching for like a match. That way, like players that are looking, that are also like solo, they can search and join your lobby before you even start, going into, matchmaking. So that way you can party up, get people ready before you even go in. Like a pregame lobby, but that's probably too hard to implement. So I don't know. But let's see. Let's go back over here. So general feedback. I know some people were already pretty pissed. Let's see. Where is it? So, oh yeah, this guy here, Rue. All of our weapons that we paid for will be useless because you won't apply retroactively on any of the passives. Incredibly stupid. That's what I'm saying, man. It's so stupid that they won't add any of this. It won't apply. It won't apply. How does this make sense, man? How are you going to screw over everybody like that currently has weapons? Like, is it that hard to implement? Let's see. Balance changes. You guys don't play this game as 3-man premates. Why is there no change to SS or Lightning Storm? That's true, man. Honestly, I don't even see any Sorcerer Supremes anymore. And hold up, you leave Web Warrior alone. Yep. Hold on, let me read Swollen's full thing. Why is there no change to SS or Lightning Storm? You nerf Hulk, which was actually in a good spot. You buff Black Panther, who is already incredibly dominant with the right synergies. 100% true here. You leave Web Warrior alone when Gatling is almost in every game played. That is true, man. If your team does not have a Web Warrior, there's a pretty good chance, if your team doesn't have a Web Warrior and the other enemy team does, there's a good chance that they will win. I'm just throwing that out there. Web Warrior is completely busted. I literally disagree with every balance change you made, which is rare for any game I play. How do you guys decide the balance changes? Are you even looking at data from 1250 games? Let me tell you this, Swollen, they are not. Or they don't even play the game. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Web Warrior needed to change this update. He's super dominant. Yep. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that synergy, the Wrecking Hulk one. I think that one's like after you dash, you gain like extra power. I guess it's not really gonna affect his. That's basically a nerf because some of the ratios got adjusted. So, yep, that's gonna be less of a strong synergy there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know about false advertising. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just like kind of like going through a lot of this. Let's see. So this guy's upset about the Hulk bundles. I mean, you gotta, synergies and characters in general are gonna end up getting buffs or nerfs depending on the meta or the update. So it's to be expected. I don't think it's really that big of an issue. But this changes in the mechanics. Okay. So he acknowledges that, but this changes in the mechanics of the character. I guess more of like the synergies and attack ratios, but oh well. Let's see. Fix your matchmaking for the love of God. Get rid of your horrible captain bots. Yep. I don't think it's getting fixed though. So it's good to look at this. Like they justify this by like, look at this person has under 1,000 rating, and then this person has under 1,000 rating, and then the bot has almost 1,300, which kind of would even out. But then again, look at this person has 1,400 and these two have over 1,100. It's like, oh god. And then of course captain just stands there doing nothing. What is this? You might want to do something about this. What is this? He's immune. He doesn't take any damage. That's funny, man. We actually... Okay, I only compressed like 14 seconds of the full minute. We actually spent Elysian on him. It was fine the next round, but I assume others will not enjoy trying 10 plus times to finally reach that point and this happen. That is so stupid, man. Oh boy. I always assume the conjurers are just hiding the grunts in the walls. Nah, man. Like, no. Yeah, people are not happy. I'm not happy. And then the funny thing too is like people will ask like when this update is gonna hit, and this guy just says soon. Pinwheel, what is going on, man? You gave that long speech on Forged to Fight, and I was rooting for you, but over here you're just shooting the shit, man. Oh well, it's not his fault, but still, it's like, I don't know. We'll get to it when the update drops, guys. But for now, no, it's 2.1 update, which means we probably won't get 3.0 until like later in April. So yeah, don't expect what's his name, Thor, to come out till like April. So yeah, I don't see this game surviving, man, long. More and more people are leaving, so yeah. That is gonna be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. And before I leave off, I do want to say that I may sound like I'm like 100% always bashing on this game. But if you go back and watch some of my earlier videos, I had high hopes for the game. When a lot of like the other big YouTubers abandoned it, I, stuck up for this game, said that you should still try it and then, form your own opinion. I do think some things aren't good and some things can be addressed, but at that time I was like, it all comes down to skill. And it does still to this day, it does come down to skill. Gear does help, but at the end of the day, it's skill. But all these bugs, all these things that they just don't fix. They just don't fix. So what is this in regards to? Let's see. Is this with, yeah, Captain America? Yeah, Super Soldier. Yep, that's happened. He's like, I lose mine too. The special 3, man. Yeah, if you get interrupted with the special 3, it just, the cooldown doesn't give, it just goes to 0. So I don't know. Like I said, so many things wrong with this game, and they're taking their sweet time to fix a lot of these things. So no real updates, no new characters. Can't wait for Future Revolution, and what's the other game? The League of Legends game, Wild Rift. Can't wait for those to come out. So yeah, we'll keep stringing this game along. And again, I'll only do updates or post videos on this game whenever there are these release notes or whenever the update goes live or new characters. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and we will be back whenever the update finally goes live.